Hey guys, welcome back. It is me, Frugal McGee, and for this video, we're going to just be looking at stats for the Buffalo Bills. If you wanted to see the last game of the season, I'll put a little card up there. That went up just a little while ago. This one, we are just looking at our stats. The whole point of this season was to pad all of our stats. So let's go ahead and hop on in. First thing we'll look at is our passing all across the NFL. Yep, so there you go. 7,468 yards. We had 354 attempts, 259 completions. That's not bad. You figure 73.1 completion rate. I mean, that's pretty good considering number 2 was 66.6, the number of the beast. At 21 average yards. Let's take a quick look at total yards across the league. Yeah, so as you see, Warren Moon was number 2 with 4,225, which was very good. That's huge for Warren Moon, but you figure we were just shy of 7,500 for the season, which is crazy. That's unheard of. Okay, guys, so here's an interesting stat. It's actually higher than I would have thought. Apparently, Peyton Manning actually holds the record for the most passing yards in a season with 5,477 yards. That was back in 2013. Says he also holds the record for the most touchdowns in a season with 55. 63. So we beat him by 8. So, beat him by 8 touchdowns, but 55 is crazy. That's pretty dang impressive. Peyton Manning, man, okay. I knew he was good, but I think I underestimated how good he was. So let's see receiving yards this time, shall we? That's funny, my number 1 would be Thurman Thomas was my best receiver. Well, it's just because he completed 68, which he was kind of a surefire go-to with Andre Reed being number 2. Andre Reed did get a lot more yards. Let's take a look here at just the yardage. So Reed, 1,861. McKellar with 1,742. Lofton with 1,696. Not bad. Jerry Rice right after that. No surprises with Jerry Rice. And there's Thurman Thomas with 1,399. Pretty good. You figure the only Houston on this first page was Ernest Gibbons. See, and there's some more Houston guys, Drew Hill and Haywood Jeffries. Yeah, so our guys, man, we were dominant. Let's see. Reception. Yeah, so there you go with receptions. Jerry Rice at 57. So Jerry Rice had a really good season. Seeing as how they weren't even doing a challenge and still got him that many yards and that many completions, but I'm not surprised. Rushing will be a big fat. Well, we'll have a little bit because our game 1 we weren't doing a challenge yet. It was by game 2 I decided to do it. So our yards aren't even going to be on here. Lorenzo White's actually lost. Look at that, another 666. Like, the number of the beast is chasing us around. This game's possessed. Yeah, Barry Sanders led the league with rushing. Marion Butts. Love the name. Kind of a distant second, actually. Barry Sanders really owned that competition, which is surprising. Wonder where, well, there's Bo Jackson. Wow, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Bo Jackson, he must have gotten hurt or something. Well, I don't know. Barry Sanders has 117 attempts, right? Bo Jackson had 129, so he had more runs. Just his average yard per carry was 8, which, 8 yards per carry is crazy good. You won't see that in real life. 9 touchdowns. Like, he just did not have a spectacular season. Pretty surprising. Where's Okoye? Okoye's got to be on here. I see Word for Kansas City. There's Okoye. 17. Wow, okay. Yeah, he didn't have a great... no, that's Sammy Smith from Miami. Where is our friend Emmett? Myers had a pretty decent season. Lorenzo White. Wow. I don't even think Emmitt Smith is even on there. He must have gotten hurt. Or just had a terrible season. I don't know. Viner for Washington. I need to play as Washington sometime. I think I've underestimated that team in Seattle. Punting, I don't think I didn't punt the ball much, so who really cares? I mean, we could go over it real quick, but I don't think anybody really cares all that much. Montgomery for 3 for Houston. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Let's skip that. How about sacks? Sacks are always fun. Yeah, there you go. Shane Conlon for Buffalo, 20 sacks. 20 for Smith. That's good. Dolman from Minnesota with 23. So he led the league. I mean, he was up. Quite a spread between him, number 1 and number 2. But yeah, our Buffalo team played pretty good, pretty solid. Anybody else? Okay. How about, well, kickoff returns. We didn't really return many kickoffs very far. I took a lot of them out of bounds. I don't know if we really want to go over this one either. I mean, maybe Dixon for Dallas. Pretty good average return. But skip that. And punt returns are kind of the same deal. We'll kind of skip these. Although, man, I should have been using BB. So, one of y'all mentioned in comments to plug BB in as your kick returner. I totally get it. So that was a good suggestion. I went ahead and just was like, I'll just take the team as is, just to get that full Buffalo experience. So if you do ever play a season with Buffalo, maybe consider plugging BB in as your kick returner. Seeing as how I was trying to pad the passing stats, it didn't really matter. If I was just playing it with no challenges, plugging BB in would be optimal to really maximize those returns. I almost returned that one for a touchdown. I was so close. I was within the 5. So if you didn't see that, check out that last game I played. Once again, I'll put a card up. Interception leaders. Waymer for San Francisco. Who's Waymer? Let's take a quick look. Let's jot that name down real quick. Let me scope. Waymer. Let's take a look. What are his stats? Dave Waymer. Was he really good? Look at those stats. I mean, he's in excellent condition. Wow, look at him. That dude's phenomenal. Man, when I think the Niners, I picture Ronnie Lott as being like their best defensive player, but look at this dude. I was sleeping on this guy. God dang. I'd have to look him up in real life. I bet he must have been pretty dang good. 81 interception rate? Like this dude, no wonder he led the league. Let's also check out McMillan for the Jets. Maybe I'm probably sleeping on a lot of these guys. This is a good time to kind of scope out future teams I'm going to play as. Yeah, here's Eric McMillan, our number 2 in interceptions. He's really good, man. I guess if I ever play, I will play the Jets at some point. We're not going to play them the next season. I'm going to pick an NFC team. But a 63 interception, 81 quickness. I don't know what quickness does. I'm assuming that's probably like breaking up pass plays. That's just my guess. I would assume that's kind of what that is, because what else would it be? Because it's under that pass stat. And I mean, if you're not intercepting the ball, I figure quickness is you're blocking it. Maybe there's a couple things tied in with quickness. I assume it's kind of like your quickness of like reaction / moving your hands, getting your hands in the way of the ball and breaking up a play. His speed he's fast. Hitting power is pretty good, 56. He's a good player. The carrier for Chicago. I remember him. I used him a little bit. He was good. Was that Richard Johnson for Houston? He's really good. Smith for Philadelphia. Did I sleep on Smith when I played as Philadelphia? Probably. Ben Smith. Okay. He's not bad. I'm surprised he's as high as he is. He had a good year. And his interception stats 50, which, 50 is kind of just an average. It's a good number. But I don't see that as especially high. But he is an average condition. So I guess if he was in excellent condition for a lot of the season, that was probably closer to a 60, maybe even higher than that. All right, and finally, the last stat, NFL's leading scorers. Well, we're all over this. Andre Reed at number 1, 25 touchdowns, 150 points, fantastic. Lofton was a close second with 24. And Thurman Thomas tied for second, also 24. And McKellar with 22. So we had the first 2 number 2s and then the number 4 slot. Pretty phenomenal. Barry Sanders at number 5. Tied with Meggett. Tied actually with Williams from Seattle. Okay, so here's John Williams, Seattle Seahawks running back. His rushing power is good. He's not real fast. I guess the thing with Williams, even though he's not real fast, he does have a good reception rate for a running back. So I see they got 11 touchdowns with him receiving and 10 with rushing. So they must have used him in like, they must have a good pass play dialed up for him and just managed to find him pretty regularly in the end zone. That's why he's up so high. Because he's not especially great. He's not bad. Just not real fast for a running back. He's pretty slow. Kind of low hitting power for running back. Not terrible. 38's not anything to write home about. Ball control 50, meh. Reception 63. Like I say, that's pretty good for, actually it's very good for a running back. Especially he's in average condition, so if he was an excellent, he would be rocking that reception rate, which make him a real good receiver. Well guys, I guess that about does it. That was kind of a look around the league at everything, how everything broke down for the most part. Sorry if I didn't cover everything you were looking for. I wanted to keep this video, you know, somewhat short, somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. Just wanted to kind of show off mostly the passing yardage and whatnot, kind of see how we did defensively. And overall, very satisfied with the Bills season. I think it went well. I think I could have done better, but we can always try that again at a later date. And I probably will. There's a couple games where I didn't play real good, especially that last game. I didn't play great. We did okay. We got over 300 yards passing. But yeah, trying to break 400 yards in that later part of the season is difficult. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you enjoy this type of breakdown. Maybe give me some any suggestions y'all have for later. Maybe every time we do a season, I'll do this at the end of the season. We'll break down. That's something I haven't been doing, but we could definitely start. Let me know if there's more stuff you want to see. If you like kind of doing the player comparison stuff, like I'm down to do more of that. I just don't know if y'all enjoy that. So I'm sorry if this episode dragged out at all. That's why I wanted to break it apart from my normal gameplay. That way, if you get tired of this, I understand if you want to click off, because I don't know how this is going to play. But let me know if you enjoy this kind of stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know more information y'all might want in the future. I'm just going to go ahead and with the postseason. That'll probably start in a couple of days, and we'll finish off our Bill, hopefully win the Super Bowl. We'll hopefully have that done in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit a like, subscribe, and like I said, leave a comment. And as always, guys, take care of yourself and take care of others. Bye-bye, guys.